morning, family. So on this series, today, instead of speaking about the last four characteristics of Christ, I want us to take the day off, but really assess ourselves, do some reevaluation of our character, and knowing what Christ's characteristics are, kind of look within inside ourselves and compare, and possibly see the flaws that we have from the behaviors that we display, how we receive things, how we react to things, our attitudes, like really diving deep within inside of ourselves. Some may call it soul searching. You call it what you want it. I mean, it could be soul searching, I don't know. But it's really looking inside ourselves and digging up some roots. So years ago, I was in spiritual growth class at my church, OCBF on the map, and my facilitator told us to, if you really want to know things about yourself, ask God to reveal things to you about yourself. And I think he said it's kind of scary because, to our core, we don't know who we are. No one knows us like our Creator. We don't know ourselves as much as God knows us. So what I did, I asked him to reveal things to me about myself, preferably the bad things. And a couple years later, your struggles are my struggles was birthed. That's how I started out these videos, because he revealed, it started with me procrastinating, getting tired of procrastinating, you know the story, and it didn't stop there. It was week after week after week as I revealed the videos to you, those was my struggles, and it got me through. It helped me change a lot of those struggles, obviously by his grace and his power, and him, orchestrating everything. There's still struggles that I still struggle with, but it's knowing to the core of who we really are, knowing our struggles, our flaws, because I believe the first step to changing our behavior, changing our actions, changing our attitude is understanding that, this is a flaw of mine, this is a struggle of mine, and then embrace it, and then taking the necessary steps and the necessary adjustments to changing or improving our character, developing our character. All right, so we have to face it and call it what it is. All right, so once we call it what it is, it's like, God, I have you exactly where I want you now. Now that you are aware of your flaws, now you are aware of your struggles, now you are aware of your imperfections, I have you where I want you, because now I can work with that. Because as long as you're being in denial, as long as you're being naive, that's an extra step. That's an extra step I'm going to have to incorporate in this process. And it usually comes in a storm of a trial. It like where he have to break us down and get us to see the mirror that's before us, so we can see ourselves. So when we accept that for what it is and we embrace it, then he like, okay, I can work with that. Now let's start changing that. Now I can start changing that, right? So let's look in the mirror, like really like forget what this person said about you, what this person did to you. Like, it's because of where I live at, it's because my situation, it's because my circumstance. Like, scrap all that. Like, anything external, we not focused on that. Now, when it's all said and done, we can look at the external and then be like, oh, that's why I keep going through the same thing. Oh, that's why this keep happening to me. Oh, that's why I keep attracting the same people. Oh, that's why. We look at the external last. Like, let's look at the internal, our internal first. Alright? Like, let's look at ourselves and see what we're doing wrong. Why we handle things the way we handle. Like, why do we see things the way we see things? Why do we approach things the way we approach things? Like, why do I have this chip on my shoulder? Why it seem like it's everybody else's fault? Like, we have to like really get to the core of ourselves and dig up some roots, which through the Your Struggles Are My Struggle videos, like, God helped me do that. He helped me see that. So I was more acceptable to accepting the reality of my flaws, my faults, my struggles, my sins. Like, I was more acceptable to that because, like, how he like went about doing it for me. So now we have to like look further inside of ourselves and really look at ourselves, and that could be hard because, again, like, a lot of us, we just feel like we all that. We feel like it's everybody else. It's because, like, I'm smart and I got it all put together. Like, like, let's humble ourselves. And if we want to get to the root of it, let's ask God to reveal things to us about ourselves, preferably the bad, because the good goes without saying. Alright? If that's our problem, we focus on the good and we feel like we just sweet. We feel like we all that. We feel like we up here and everybody else is below us. So we ain't worrying about the good right now. Alright, this goes without saying. God not trying to change the good. He's trying to change the bad. He's trying to pull out and cast out the bad so he can add more good to us. Alright, so he can develop our character. And that's overall is good because it's Christ's character that he's trying to develop within inside of us. Alright, so if we really want to get to the root of it, let's ask God to reveal some bad things about ourselves. And don't be in denial. Accept the truth for what it is. He is your creator. He is our creator. No one knows us, not even ourselves, more than he do. So let's ask him to do that and believe what he's showing us. Alright, and then embrace it, and then ask him, okay, what you need me to do? How can I go about making some changes? Alright, and I'll put it in your hands and show me the way. Alright, so that's where we are today with our characteristics and getting down to the root of things. And then tomorrow we're going to pick back up if God says the same. Okay, like, you guys be safe, have a lovely day today. Remember, it's not about you. God created you for a purpose. It's bigger than you. It's generational. So when you die, then that purpose that you fulfill is going to affect ages of your children's children and possibly so on, because you contributed in advancing God's kingdom. Okay, much love.